Hi, everybody. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Very, very good. Hey, did anybody come to the show last month here with the moon shells? How was it?
Super.
It was good?
It was so
Okay, good. I had a feeling that you would like that one. I couldn't be here for it, and I was sad. But I'm here now, and I'm very happy. And I'm going to talk about a couple of things real fast, and then we're going to have Rose Devlin from Gallery 53 just say a couple of words, and then we're going to get right to the music. Here at the old church, which has been going on for quite some time now, our 5th anniversary here in Meriden is in February. But we all know, we talk about them all the time. It was started by Mike Wilcox like 8 years ago in Rocky Hill. And one of the things that we always say at the end of our shows is, "You are loved." And I wear the heart on my sleeve because that was something that Mike Wilcox always said. And that was his the party favor from his funeral, was the buttons, you know. So we always say that and stuff like that. It's become our tag a little bit. And sometimes I see the buttons around, you know, Meriden and things like that, and that's always very nice. But somebody gave me another button recently that made me look at it in a whole different way. And it said, "I am loved." And sometimes when we're talking here, we always direct that outward, you know? And it was just like a message for me that on the list of people that you love, make sure yourself is on it. Does that make sense? Okay, good. Thanks for listening to me. I appreciate you. Lots of people do a lot of heavy lifting to get the old church shows going, and you know who they are already. Today we have some different people. John's helping us out with photography. Hannah Jacobson is an old friend of ours from Cafe 9. She's helping us out with sound today. Marcus and Mackenzie are still on video. Betty Cooley is still on flowers. Our wonderful Megan, the wonderful church ladies are still cooking. Did you eat anything?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Excellent. And you know that our sponsors are Prentice Printing. We have some beautiful posters up there, and they do them all over there. They made postcards for me. They're on the green for like 200 years or something crazy like that. You know, Bruce has been there for 250 of those years. And they're really cool. Marketing graphics also. Susie O'York Hill is still a great one for us. And Parks and Recreation. All of us help us do shows. But you already know that you are the main sponsor of our shows. Meriden is a working class town. We try to keep the shows donation at the door. If you go anywhere, if you go tomorrow, I'm pretty sure, to see Sam Robbins play up in Enfield, the ticket's $30. $30, anywhere you go. All right? But we believe that music should be accessible to the people, and we don't want to lock anybody out. So if you drop something in the bucket at the beginning of the show or the end of the show or anything like that, we absolutely appreciate you, and we're going to use the money to pay our performers. The same money, or better, probably in some cases, that they get when there's a $30 ticket. Okay? And that's what we do. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
All right. Very good. Thanks again for listening to me. One of our favorites right here in town, right across the street, is Gallery 53, and they're sort of our neighbors in, bringing the arts to Meriden. And we really love them a lot. We have a raffle outside. I don't know if anybody came walking down Colony Street, but there's a line of photos, all from the New Haven music scene and back in the punk days. Ugly, terrible things over there. And beautiful, too. And Rose Devlin, I taught her son in school. He was a great kid. She's just going to say a couple of words. You still with me?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you very much. You can use this computer.
Hi, I'm Rose Devlin. I'm a volunteer at Gallery 53 across the street. So for anyone who's not familiar with us, we're a 116-year-old visual arts organization, and we promote the arts through events and exhibits and classes. And one of the ways we also promote artists is through our storefront exhibit next door at 24 Colony Street. So we use that space for some more non-traditional artists, people who have oversized works, and we've been really happy with the kind of artists that we've been attracting, because it's a different group than we have in our monthly exhibits. So right now we've got an exhibit of 30 photographs by the late Claudia Bell. She was a reporter for the New Haven Advocate, She was a photographer and also a musician, and she chronicled the punk new wave scene in New Haven in the late 70s, early 80s. So when you leave, turn right, walk by the storefront windows. If you're interested in learning more, there's posters on the window with QR codes. You can scan those with your phone, go to the website, and see all the images, and you can click on them if you're interested in buying prints. We're also going to have a reception next Saturday from 1 to 2:30, and it coincides with our 100th annual Fall Art Exhibit reception. So come on over to the gallery whenever you see the open sign on. Thank you. Oh, we have the raffle. We have the raffle of two images by Claudia Bell. One is Kathy from Baby Strange.
Mm-hmm. Sexy.
Exactly. And the other one is Tina Weymouth and Adrienne Ballou from Talking Heads. And this was kind of before they were really launched nationally. So it's from 1980 Stage West in West Hartford. So if you're interested in, acquiring those images, there's framed copies, $5 a raffle ticket. Thank you.
And thank you very much. Thanks for coming to the old church. We really appreciate it. There's been so much wonderful music here that it's hard to say, what my top shows are. But I already know that this is one of my tops. Sam Robbins is a great songwriter. And I got a chance to open up for him in Annapolis, Maryland. And he's been touring all over the country. I'm pretty sure he's going up to Europe from here. And again, you can't see this guy anywhere for less than $30, and I'm so happy that we got him here in Meriden. I don't think he plays in Connecticut a whole heck of a lot, so it's really a special treat to have him here. And everybody knows how I feel about these folks already. I've told you that Muddy Rivers has saved my life on numerous occasions, and that Chandra Rivers saved his. And all that is true. But one of the things that I love about them the best, and it's not because I know them personally, is just the love that surrounds them, And their new record is called Our Little Life, and it's got a beautiful family portrait on it. I think it's the best family portrait I've ever seen. Muddy especially looks incredibly handsome in that photo. And I'm just so happy to have them here, and I love their new record, and I love everything about them. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Still Rivers.
Lost the plot, it makes no sense. actually have a little Grace in the audience, and I saw her perk up during that
Oh,
song.
yeah. Grace. That one's for you. I like to go traveling all around this world. Every destination is something I can learn. Some people find beauty in all that they see. For some it's just a Tuesday. It doesn't mean a thing. But there's one thing that I know. Every place I go, everything is everything. And the journey is the pearl. I wanna go get lost in the narrow streets of Rome. Share a pint in Dublin in a pub I call my own. And walking with the Incas in the mountains of Peru. Dancing with my baby, we do a swing out in the Louvre. There's one thing that I know. Every place I go, everything is everything. And the journey is the pearl. The journey is the pearl. The journey is the pearl. The journey is the gonna seek the truth in everything I see. Feeling up in a song if you're hanging out with me. I like to go traveling all around this world. In every destination, there's something I can learn. There's one thing that I know. Every place I go, everything is everything. The journey is the pearl. 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 Love it. Is that you making the note there? I heard the little boy going, ooh, ooh. All right, so we are still Rivers. That is Chandra Rivers right there.
And this is Mike or Muddy Rivers. I don't call him Muddy, but other people do.
Nobody knows.
This guy
This song,
and
Daddy.
some people call him.
This song was written about this one right here. Hold this is all just as it seems. And wherever you are, want to be. You're my home. You're my home. You're my home. You're mine. All the way. Not you. All the way. Not you. All the way. All the way. All the way. Don't we spend some time in the morning? You could write it all down and make a song. Thanks. That one was the title track of an EP we put out a bunch of years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. And this next one is the title track of the new one. It's called Our Little Life. And I would like to invite Mr. Frank Ratelli up here. This song stems from and also Shandy Lawson. I play in a band with these guys called The Bargain. That's Shandy Lawson and Frank Ratelli. This song, Our Little Life, has a really nice story attached to it. And the part that I knew when my part of this song began was that there was a man named Bob Macon, who I'd like to dedicate this song to, who used to say, Our Little Life. Frank Ratelli started this song. Do you want to finish the Bob Macon bit?
Bob Macon was a big, big man. Huge mountain of a man. Wore two things. Yup. Denim and leather. My favorite combination, right? And he drove a big, giant motorcycle like an Indian or something, and he had a cool girlfriend. She was big, too, and she wore leather and denim, too, and they were cool. And he used to say, oh, well, that's just our little life, as if, to say, que sera, sera, or it is what it is, or hey, we're all in this together, something like that. And I'm like, oh, that's a great title. And I started the song, and then he passed away. And I never finished it. And then Muddy finished it for us. Sitting in the places where the flowers grow, thinking about the different kinds of people I know. Everybody learning, everybody searching all the time, while working for a living and holding on to peace of mind. Holding on to peace of mind. There's other folks that we never met. Ain't all that different, I bet. Maybe some a little smarter, work a little harder at the game. Others just trying to catch a break, but we're really all the same. This is our little life, for good, bad, or ugly, through the harmony and strife. The persistence is so lovely, try to catch a reason so we don't have to wonder why.
And this is our little life. Good or bad or ugly, through the harmony and strife. Persistence is so lovely. Trying to catch a reason so we don't have to wonder why. And I'm looking for some answers, but I'd settle for some peace of mind. Settle for some peace. Some people seem to have it made in the shade. Others of us wonder if we'll ever get paid. You can try to figure why. You never know. In the end, it doesn't matter, 'cause we know how the story goes. In the end, it doesn't matter, and we're all on the same long road. And this is our little life. Good or bad or ugly, through the harmony and strife. Persistence is so lovely. Try to catch a reason so we don't have to wonder why. And I'm looking for some answers, but I'd settle for some peace of mind. Settle for some peace. This is our little life. For good or bad or ugly, through the harmony and strife. Persistence is so lovely. Try to catch a reason so we don't have to wonder why. And I'm looking for some answers, but I'd settle for some peace of mind. Settle for some peace. Sitting in the places where the flowers grow, thinking about the different kinds of people I know.
It's like feeding a cat. We're not going now. Sorry, buddy.
This is that was the title track of the record. This next one's also on the record. It's called Judge No Man, and this feels like an appropriate place to both give and ask for forgiveness. So that's what we're gonna do. I forgive your transgression. Please believe it's okay. And even though I never want to see your face again, go in peace, just walk away. Cast away all my assumptions. Pitch my assertions in a can. It's a funny thing about living, you never know just where you stand. So I just know, man. Gonna try to stick the landing. Poison grace are not my brand. Likely I'll be sliding, scarred, bruised, and Judge no man. 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 So please forgive me my transgressions. Thanks so much. Shandy Lawson. We're going to play a song that's a cover song, but it is on the record. We just love this song, and we changed the lyrics a little bit here and there to fit us. But it's off the Juno soundtrack, and it's called All I Want Is You. If I was a flower growing wild and free, all I want is you to be my sweet honeybee. If I was a tree growing tall and lean, all I want is you to shade me and be my leaf. All I want is you, will you be my bride? Take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and sway me like the sea. You were a river in the mountains tall. The rumble of your water would be my call. You were the winter, I know I'd be the snow. Just as long as you were with me when the cold wind blow. The one is you, will you be my bride? Take me by the hand and stand by my side. But I want is you, will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and sway me like the sea. If you were a wink, I'd be a nod. If you were a seed, well, I'd be a pod. If you were the floor, I'd wanna be a rug. And if you were a kiss, I know I'd be a hug. All I want is you, will you be my bride? Take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and sway me like the sea. If you were the wood, I'd be the fire. If you were the love, I'd be the desire. If you were a castle, I'd be your moat. And if you were rivers, I'd be one too. All I want is you, will you be my bride? Take me by the hand and stand by my side. All I want is you, will you stay with me? Hold me in your arms and hold me in your arms and hold me in your arms and sway me like the Thanks so much. I don't know why, we probably played that song dozens of times, but she has to feed me the first line of every verse. So if you saw her,
Well, I also need to look at my notes to feed him the lines.
it's probably because it's not ours. All right, so we're going to do one that's about my parents, and it's kind of like an imagined, how I imagined my dad would, if he were to like write a letter to my mom in a specific moment. I once watched my dad carry my mom out the house en route to hospice, and she said to him, she said, "Oh, Al, I'm too old for you." And he said, "Don't worry, I'll catch up." It always stuck with me, and for some like years later, that line will always catch up, ended up in this song. And again, that's how I, sort of what I imagine my dad might have been thinking. Please, heaven can wait. I'm keeping you here with me, keeping you here. Oh God, give me one more day to be keeping you here, keeping you here. And I will carry the weight. I will carry the weight, and I will carry all the weight. For one more day, yeah. One more day, yeah. Oh, how I wish you could stay right here with me, stay right here. But I know you're leaving me today, and I will catch up to you one day. Till then I will carry the weight, and I will carry the weight, and I will carry all the weight. One more day, yeah. For one more day, yeah. I will carry the weight. I will carry the weight. I will carry all the weight. All my days, all my days. Thank you. Thanks so much. I want to reiterate a little bit about what Frank was saying earlier about Sam. He's absolutely fantastic. I had the pleasure of seeing him at NERFA, the last NERFA. I guess it's a while ago now, maybe 10 months or something, but maybe longer. But anyway.
What is NERFA?
Nobody knows. No. New England Region Folk Alliance, I believe. Sorry. Thank you, honey.
For the audience.
I hate acronyms. Everybody hates acronyms. Anyway, so I got to see him in a room, and they have these hotel rooms late at night where people go and play after much of the stuff is done, and there was maybe 6 people in the room, and it was really, really just beautiful, so you're in for a real treat. Despite what it may seem, this song has nothing really to do with money. The more I think I know, the less I do. The circle that goes round and round, and the only thing that's true, weary of the ones who claim to know. Use God says, politicians, men of God, doctor, lawyers too. Stare at the abyss, feel the magnitude, try to find some bliss, then recognize futility in this. Well, we all gotta pay for it. I don't wanna pay for it. You gotta do out that balance sheet you cannot hide. Oh, Henry, you were wise. There's a three-part balance to our lives. Sobs, sniffles, smiles. And that's one part misery and one part pain. And a whole bunch of nothing in between. We all gotta pay for it. I don't wanna pay for it. You gotta do out that balance sheet you cannot hide. Oh, Henry, you were wise. Every door that opens, another door closes. Every understanding, new questions unfolding. I can see a rainbow, dark clouds forming. There's money in my bank account and bills that are piling up. You gotta pay for it. I don't wanna pay for it. You gotta do out that balance sheet you cannot hide. Oh, Henry, you were wise. Oh, Henry, you're my guy.
We just got the 2-song mark.
It's better than the hook.
So what are we doing, Mark?
If I wasn't looking over there, we might have got the hook pretty soon. I would like to play a brand new song. This also feels an appropriate place to play this song. So, a friend of mine, I'll call him a friend. He was an acquaintance, but also a friend and somebody I worked with all over the world. I do some television freelance work, and I get to travel around with the tennis tours sometimes. And I work with this guy, Mickey Moore, and he and I were working together in New York, and I wasn't there, but he dropped dead in Grand Central Station on his way to work, and he was just like one of those rock people, you know. Like I would always see him and always be like, "Hey mate, hey Mike," you know. He always had a big smile, and he was just a great coworker and a great guy, and it hit me pretty hard. I didn't really know what to do about it, so I wrote this song about it. It's called "Hey Mate, I Gotta Catch a Train," and he was British too, so he gets to say "Hey mate." He's like, "Hey mate." So. Hey mate.
Hey mate, catch a train. I'll be wearing a smile. There'll be not much to say. And I'll see you at the next one, down the road someday. Hey mate, gotta catch a train. Hey mate, let's have a tea and a smoke. Lucky you, I've got a few new bad jokes. Have you heard the one about Grand Central Station? Mickey Moore went to his final destination. Before the devil knew it, Peter winked, and Peter smiled, said, come on in. Yeah, come on in. And I'll see you at the next one, down the road someday. I'll see you at the next one, down the road someday. I'll see you at the next one, down the road someday. Goodbye, mate, gotta catch a train. Gotta catch a train. I'll be wearing a smile. There'll be not much to say.
All right. Thank you. Once again, we are still Rivers. That's Shonda Rivers right there. And we've got some new CDs back there. And, please come and talk to us and see us back there at the merch table. And then we'll be back lickety-split to enjoy Sam Robbins. We're going to finish with a song called Mama Was Right, which is good advice to all the little youngsters I see out in the audience there today. One in particular. But I think it goes for most moms out there.
My mama was right. Everything in moderation, I say it in light. Excesses cause frustration. Take my advice. Hey, mama was right. Go fight the power, but don't get caught. Don't drink too fast and don't eat it all. Don't dream too big, but don't dream too small. No, you don't have to clean your plate, but you got to try it all. Try it all. My mama was right. Everything in moderation, I say it in light. Excesses cause frustration. Take my advice. Hey, mama was right. Mama was right. Go fight the power and don't get caught. Be kind to one another, kind to a fault. Never let them see you sweat. Sometimes you got to give them hell. Give them hell. My mama was right. Everything in moderation, I say it in light. Excesses cause frustration. Take her advice. Hey, mama was right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Hey, folks, that's Still Rivers right there. Thank you very much. Their new record is called Our Little Life, and it's right over there in the other room, along with some raffle tickets and stuff like that. What time is it right now?
Time for a break.
Yeah, about 10 minutes, okay? 7:52. That means 8:02. We'll see you right back here. Is that okay? Thanks very much again for being here. Folks, give it up again for Still Rivers. Hi, everybody. How are you? I know. I did that on purpose to scare you. Good, Bill. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again for being here. I'm having a great time with this show already. Did you like Still Rivers? I do too. You probably already know that, this is a real important building. So if, it's important to the community. So when you're leaving, just pick up the stuff. If you brought something in, bring it out with you, okay? Good. You also know that there's lots of other activities going on here, like blood drives and things like that. It's a dangerous time out there. People need blood and things. Imagine. I'm glad I got all I need right now, but I have some to spare. And if you have some to spare, October 10 is the day that you can participate in the blood drive. Is that okay too? Yeah. Good. This guy right behind me is Sam Robbins, and I've had a couple of experiences that I'll always remember about, like picking up or hearing music for the first time. And I remember being in college and getting the second actually, David Wilcox record, and it was called How Did You Find Me Here? And I'm like, man, how did you find me here? It was just a beautiful record, and just real clean. That wonderful sort of style that he had was just wonderful. And the first time I heard Sam Robbins, I felt similarly to the first time I heard David Wilcox. But this guy's all 21st century, man. It leaves David Wilcox in the dust. He was complicated after a while. Sam makes perfect sense to me, and I just love this guy so much, and I know that you will too. And I'm really, really happy to have him here in Meriden, and especially here at the Old Church. Folks, give it up, please, for Sam Robbins.
Hello. How's it going? Isn't Frank so sweet?
Yeah.
Give it up for Frank. I got stuck in some traffic today, some standstill traffic on the way here, so I texted him and I said, I'm in this traffic, I'll be a little late. And this is how sweet he is. All in one text he sent. There's no rush at all. Take it easy. Drive slow. Godspeed. All one text. How sweet is that? How great were Still Rivers, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. This is their freaking album release show. Look at how cool is that? I would be picking one up if I had a way of playing CD, but if you have a way of playing one, definitely get one. Could I get a little more guitar in actually in the monitor? This is a beautiful room. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm from New Hampshire originally, and I've lived. And I've lived in Nashville for 5 years, but recently I moved. You'll never guess where I moved to. Connecticut. This is true. And while we were looking for houses, I stayed at my fiance's parents' house in Wallingford. So this is basically like a hometown show for me at this point. Yeah, I'm very grateful to be a resident of the Nutmeg State. Couldn't believe that it was called the Nutmeg State, but then I learned that that was real. But I'm an official resident as of just a few months ago. And I'm very grateful to be here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. What are you, so New Hampshireites, Tennesseans, what is it in Connecticut?
Nutmeggers.
There's no way it's really nutmeggers.
Yeah.
I like to go with Kinetic Cuties.
Kinetic cuties. What? All right, Kinetic Cuties, let's do this. This is a song I wrote about Nashville. I wrote it right. I had moved to this new side of town. This was a few years ago. And I got there and I was so excited because there was right by this public park, this long river that you go along this long path and it leads out to this beautiful park. And I get there and the river is mostly dried up and filled with trash. And it's a little different in Tennessee. The river is mostly dried up and filled with trash. There's a prison on one side. And then there's a condo site where they were blasting gravel all day. Just piling huge things of gravel, making room for these huge buildings. And it was a very inspiring walk. And I got home and I wrote this song. It's called Piles of Sand.
Well, I'm standing in the sunlight in a public park in Tennessee, and I know the soft earth below has always made room for me. She's been carrying my weights for 20 some odd years, and what have I given in return? I have lived in apartment buildings soaring high above the ground. I've seen clear water flow out from my tap somehow. But now here I am, just taking my time and taking a walk in the light, when something blocks the sun ahead. Oh, I thought it was a mountain, but it was just a pile of sand, towering so high, a 9-to-5 creation. And we tried to fit that fire in our hands, but what we build up as mountains are just piles of sand. I visited Stonington for the first time yesterday. They had nice sand there. Now this old river path, it ain't quite what it used to be. There's a job site on my right and a prison across the street. But through 4 rounds of barbed wire, I still see it clear as air. No matter what we build around it, this river ain't going nowhere. I thought it was a mountain, but it was just a pile of sand, towering so high, a 9-to-5 creation. And we tried to fit that fire in our hands, but when we build up as mountains are just piles of sand. Well, they paved paradise, put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Come on. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Well, they paved paradise. Well, empires fall, civilizations fade from view. I see it in the Sphinx missing nose and in cracked Roman statues. If I could wake them up and ask what they believed, I wonder if they'd smile and say, yeah, we know what you mean. We thought it was a mountain, but it was just a pile of sand, one on top of the other through 1,000 generations. And we tried to fit that fire in our hands. We
highest peak, just to slide back down again. 'Cause when we build up as mountains, when we build up as mountains, what we build up as mountains are just piles of sand.
Thank you. Can you guys hear everything all good out there? Yeah? Can you hear everything? Yeah. Oh my God, isn't this a nice room? Yeah, my God. When I walked in, I knew it was going to be great, but I was... Well, I'm going to do a song about gross rooms now. I'm going to do a song about Nashville. I have two songs where I whine about Nashville. I'm going to play them one after one another. This is such a beautiful room. This song has a swear in it. Is that okay? Okay. Which one? Yeah, I guess that's part of it. You'll survive. I wrote this song about 6 months after I moved to Nashville, and I moved from New Hampshire, and it was right after college, and I remember I had long sort of dreamed of getting out of New England and going to where the stars are made. And just when the kid walks in, I do this song with a swear. He's fine. I had long dreamed of going somewhere like Nashville because that's where the magic happens. And I had been watching my friends, after high school or dropping out of college, they would move there. And it was like this amazing odyssey. They'd get there and I'd watch it on social media. They'd start playing these amazing songwriter venues, and then all of a sudden they were writing these songs in tall, shiny buildings, and they were, writing hit country songs, and they were hanging out with country stars, and I felt like I was just sort of wasting my life away up in New Hampshire. I remember I got to Nashville, and the first day I was there, I had a show booked at one of these songwriter bars. I had dreamed of playing this place. And I got there, it was just a gross bar. And then the next week, I had another show booked at one of these places, and it was just a grosser bar. And I started to notice a pattern. And I started to notice my friends that I had been watching on social media that were so successful were just getting drunk at gross bars all the time. And I started writing these country songs in these shiny buildings. I played the Bluebird Cafe twice. I started playing all around town in Nashville, and I started living my dream. And I was completely miserable. Completely miserable. And so I went in my room and I wrote this song with the intention of nobody ever hearing it ever. And I remember I thought this is the weirdest song I've ever written, but it was just pure frustration. And I made a short run of t-shirts with the chorus lyric on them, and they became my best-selling piece of merch by like 100 million miles. So something about my little song that could. I turned 25, everybody would have forgotten about me and my story, my songs and who I am. I'd fade into obscurity, another guitar-playing white man. I used to stand at the kitchen table and see the Rolling Stone cover stars who just turned 21. 6 to 7 Grammys in their arms. That world seems so far from me. Graduating college at 23, while they're off living their dreams. God, they must be so happy. Oh, but maybe it's all bullshit. And nobody knows what they're doing. If I had millions of dollars or a million more fans, maybe it wouldn't change a thing.
Time takes everything. There's no use trying to hold on. But that doesn't stop some people from trying to cheat the clock, as if chasing after youth isn't just a lifetime of mourning. Yeah, maybe it's all bullshit. Nobody knows what they're doing.
I saw someone in the back up there.
And nobody knows what they're doing. And if I had millions of dollars or a Botox injection, maybe it wouldn't change a thing about who I am. I'm just a man born and bred in New Hampshire. Blonde hair, 6'1¾". I'm not my songs, no. I'm not a brand, no. I'm not an image. Maybe it's all bullshit.
You guys are so sweet, but can you sing that back to me? 2, 3, 4.
And nobody knows what they're doing. And if I had millions of dollars and everything I thought I wanted, maybe it wouldn't change a thing. Maybe it wouldn't change a thing. Maybe it wouldn't change a thing about who I am.
Thanks, guys. All right. So I'm going to back up from that song. Go into sort of my beginnings in music. And it's actually interesting that Frank mentioned David Wilcox. Because that song was written after listening to that same album, How Did You Find Me Here? And I thought, that's what I want to do. You know, I was so busy and she rides a truck and yeah, like literally in Nashville writing those country songs. And I wanted to write those kind of songs. And me and David have become friends now, which is kind of cool. I wrote a song with him and I'm singing with him on his next album, which is kind of, it was like, you know, sitting across from Yoda and learning how to write songs from him, you know. But when I was a kid, my parents aren't musicians, and nobody in my family really is a musician at all. So I didn't know what to like do. You know, this kind of stuff, there wasn't a ton of cool stuff like this. And I remember I went down the road, there was a bar called the Press Room. Has anyone heard of this place? There's no reason why you would have heard of it. But called the Press Room, and I played their Tuesday night open mic. And then I played a Sunday afternoon open mic at a cafe called Crack Skulls. And I played open mic after open mic after open mic, and eventually I got booked at one of these bars. And it was very exciting when you're in high school and they let you into a bar. And I remember I was in the corner, and I just did so many of these gigs. They would stick you in the corner, and you'd play for 3.5 hours for $100, and all covers, and nobody listened. But I remember I was dreaming of experiences like this, you know. And I remember it was very interesting because I got hooked into this New Hampshire biker bar circuit. Look at me. This biker bar circuit. I'm not sure how it happened, but I just kind of fell into that. And I wanted to be good at something. And so I dove in, and I would do, you know, during the summer I would do 2 or 3 a day. You know, sitting in the, you know, the corner of a biker bar, you know, and Hell's Angel places. And I'm very grateful now I get to travel around and play for people who are generally care. But those days are not lost on me. So I wrote this song. It's called Hard to Hate.
biker bar up north. It was leather jackets and guns on hips. I whipped in my dad's red Prius. I was stuffed in a corner singing Fire and Rain when a Hell's Angel spun towards me. As he was limping home, I swore I was about to die. Then we talked for 20 minutes about his favorite songs from Sweet Baby James. His voice got softer and softer. It's pretty hard to hate someone when they're right in front of you. It's so easy to fall in love when you take the close up view. When it's not a screen, it's a face. It's a heart, it's a name. It gets pretty hard to hate when you can really see the flame, the fire behind everyone's pain. I was booked at a bright pink bachelorette where they wished I was a stripper. Drunk women barking, won't you play my Bublé? I picked his saddest one just to be rude, but much to my surprise, one by one they started slowing down. And for 2 whole hours we sang and laughed as we watched the walls fall down. Their faces got softer and softer. It's pretty hard to hate someone when they're right in front of you. It's so easy to fall in love when you take the close up view. When it's not a screen, it's a face. It's a heart, it's a name. It gets pretty hard to hate when you can really see the flame, the fire behind everyone's pain. Well, I gave Kathy a bag of chips by the side of the road. I saw the scars on her face as she said, did you know I used to be somebody? I used to be somebody. It's pretty hard to hate someone when they start to look like you. It's so easy to fall in love when their face reflects the truth that you can never quite escape. Good luck fighting off the flame, the fire that always remains. Oh, it's all the same. Da-da-da-da.
Thank you. I think part of the reason why I played so many of those dive bars, even though I knew that it was awful, I think part of the reason was I wanted to be good at something. You know what I mean? All I wanted to do was be good at something. That's what I always wanted. And when I was a kid, it was kind of a defining factor of my childhood that I was bad at everything that my dad was good at. My dad he's a very interesting, he's a real New England mountain man. And he built a cabin on the side of a mountain in the middle of nowhere, New Hampshire, with no running water, no electricity. He built it himself, and he just goes up there to like read books. And he does no musical talent at all. He has no interest in being in front of people ever. And he worked at a lobster pound. You guys know what that is, right? They have those in Connecticut, right? It's like lobster sort of processing. Yeah, you know what that is. Yeah, you've seen lobster boats. And he worked there for like over 20 years. My brother worked there for 15 years. I worked there for 1 day. And we're just very different. Me and my dad are just like completely different people. And this is the first song I ever wrote. I was thinking about him. The first song of mine that I ever wrote, sort of unedited, like as you hear it now, it's 15 minutes, just sort of poured out of me. I was thinking about him. It's called Raining Sideways.
I used to want to be just like you. I failed, and you know it too. I bought that wristband of your favorite team. I wore it every day for a year or two. I'd get so confused when those coaches would tell me, boy, you've got to get mean. I wonder if they said the same to you, and if you ever found out what that really means. Now it's raining sideways, and I'm missing your face. I wonder if you ever felt that way. Almost strangers, different in a million ways, but every day I see how much of you remains. I'll get to living up to you one of these days. Do you remember those hiking boots you bought me back when I was 15? First and last time that I ever wore them was with you on the spine of Tuckerman's Ravine. When I told you I couldn't do it anymore, I wasn't a man like my grandfather. I couldn't fight the Korean War. And you told me that that was alright, that no man grows up to be his father if his father raises him right. I wanna believe that I could be like what's come before me, a faded photo on the wall, a thread running through us all, on the shoulders of 100 men. All I am is pieces of them. All I am is pieces of them. Let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me play forevermore. Oh, you are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Trumpet solo. Come on. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Oh, fill my heart with song. Let me play forevermore. Oh, you are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words now. In other words, I love you. Speaking of that song, I'm gonna switch to the piano now. Lower your expectations, everybody. Give it up for Hannah on sound. For
Yeah.
This is a real ass piano. This is Steinway. Can you hear that? I wrote this song around the same time I wrote that song about my dad, and I was listening to music like that, like Fly Me to the Moon. I was actually in a music class where we were studying music like that, you know, and like Moon River, wider than a mile, you know, crossing the stars. Yeah, and those great American songs, you know, there's so many great songs like that. You're just too good to be true. My eyes are for you. Oh, it's so great. And I was sitting in my apartment, and I remember I was in college. I remember I had just gotten out of this long relationship, and I had met this new girl. It was very exciting, and I was listening to all that music, and this melody just sort of came to my head that was really interesting. It was I thought that was such a sweet melody, and I thought, oh, that's one of those songs that they wrote. But I went and I listened to all the songs I'd been listening to, and I thought, did I write that melody? Now I need a song to go with that melody. And that's a hard place to come at a song. I'm like, all right, I have this great piece. Now I have to make the whole thing work, you know. And it was such a sort of sparkly time in my life. I remember this was the first song of mine anybody actually liked when I finished it. It's called Remind Me.
I told myself not to fall in love, and I haven't yet. I'm still so young, there are so many people I just haven't met. So when I saw you, and you saw through to the heart of me, I turned around, I walked downtown and tried to see you with objectivity. I didn't want to look too hard, I didn't want to see too far, I didn't want to know who you are, I didn't want to like it, I didn't want to say your name, standing on your fire escape, watching all the good stars fade, like a ghost behind me. I told myself she's nothing new, just a pretty girl.
Interesting addition there.
I'm still so young. I told myself she's nothing new, just a pretty girl. A radiant light who always finds time to watch life unfurl. But when you kissed me, I had to leave. I wasn't lying. I'm thinking maybe I'm just good at searching, not finding. I didn't want to look too hard, I didn't want to see too far, I didn't want to know who you are, I didn't want to like it, I didn't want to say your name, standing on your fire escape, watching all the good stars fade, like a ghost behind me. 'Cause you don't remind me of back home, you don't remind me of my old needs, you don't remind me of what I know of love, you remind me of what it means. You don't remind me of my mother, you don't remind me of my last girl, you just remind me. Maybe it's a big wide open world. I didn't want to say your name, standing on your fire escape, watching all the good stars fade, like the ghosts behind, and you don't remind me.
I'm gonna do one more piano song. That's okay. This is such a nice piano. I wrote this song in Nashville, and I remember I have a lot of social movement songs, I would say. And there are a lot of social movements to be had at the moment. And I remember this song was written kind of from that place, but there was a sort of a traumatic event that had happened in Nashville that afternoon. I remember I was home alone, and I sat down and I wrote the beginning of this song, and I wrote the chorus, and I thought, it's too simple. You know, I'm a real songwriter. You know, it's too like dumb. You know, but what a great intro for the song. But the chorus, you know what I mean? I thought and then I went back and I wrote the whole song, and I thought, I'll change that part later. And I went back to change it, and I realized that that's the heart of the song, is the repeated chorus thing. And that, you know what I mean? That's the heart of it. And that's kind of what makes the song work. And that feeling of going, that's the good feeling, you know, when you're writing something. So I wrote this song.
It's gonna be a long road when we look at where we started. One nation broken hearted, always running from itself. It's gonna be a high climb as our snowy steps get deeper on the mountain of redeemers in silk suits on TV screens. I've seen the light shine through closed windows, down dirt roads in Kentucky, and under New York City moons too. I don't care who, but I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna reach out to you. Show 'em what a little love can do. Show 'em what a little love can do. Well, the sun is going down beyond the beach in California, and another congressman is formed, another well thought out speech. But the moon has risen high above the dark and silent East Coast. Yeah, I know that love means most when it's right in front of me. Oh, but I look around and I can't find it in the papers. I don't see it on my screen. I see it in you. No, I don't care who, but I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna reach out to you. Show 'em what a little love can do. Show 'em what a little love can do. I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna reach out to you. Show 'em what a little love can do. Show 'em what a little love can do. Something bigger than me. I wanna believe in where this all could lead. But the older I get, the more I see whatever world I wanna live in begins with me. So I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna reach out to you. Show 'em what a little love can do. Show 'em what a little love can do. I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna reach out to you. Show 'em what a little love can do. Show 'em what a little love can do. Show 'em what a little love can do. Show 'em what a little love can do.
so nice, guys. I have no idea how much time has passed, but I'm just going to do a few more, okay? It'll all be over soon, okay? But thank you guys for being here and being so great. I mean, this is just so... I played a lot of those gross bars when I was in high school. I remember I had a residency at a Mexican restaurant, 11 to 2 a.m. every other Friday. I did 2 gigs for the Mob once. That's a story for another time. But glad to be here. That's what I'm trying to say. Actually, can I do this song? It's a new song, and it kind of ties in with that idea. It's very new. I wrote it just a few weeks ago, and it's really an interesting song because it was co-written with a veteran, which is interesting. I work with this group called Music Therapy Retreats, and basically it's this group where they send veterans to this retreat center all across the country, and then they send in these songwriters, and you get paired with a veteran, and you write a song together. Now, I first started doing it last year, and I thought it might be a little hokey. You know, I thought, I don't know. It is not hokey at all. And I this was last month, I got paired with this guy named Rich, he was 70. He reminded me a lot of my dad. He was 70. He was very quiet, and he was a Navy doctor, Navy medic, and he'd been in the military for 30 years, and he's just a really quiet, like centered guy. And you have 2 days, about 4 to 5 hours over 2 days to meet, write this song, and then at the end you play the song in a concert for the veterans and their families. And so it's kind of a tall order. And Rich, as soon as we got paired together, he came up to me and he went, "Let's go out on the lake. There's a lake next to the retreat center." And I was like, "What?" He said, "We'll get a canoe. We'll go out on the lake. It's better to talk on the water." I thought, one of my 4 hours was going to be spent in a canoe. So I was like, okay, well, let's do it. And so we went out there on this canoe, and we started to get to know each other, and we almost capsized, and he told me about his life and his upbringing and his struggles with PTSD and what had happened to him in the service, and he's just an amazing guy. And as we were pulling into the water, to the shore, I said, "Rich, what if we write a song that is a letter from yourself now at 70 to yourself at 18, right before you enlisted? You know, would you want to try that?" He said, "I don't know, I'm not a creative guy. Whatever you want to do." And then the entire song was just me trying to write down the poetic things he was saying, because the veterans have these stories that have never been heard. You know what I mean? And so it's just an incredible experience. And as we were getting to shore, I asked him that, and I started thinking of this idea that was, it's gonna be a long ride, long ride, long, long, long ride. It's gonna be a high climb, high climb, high, high, high climb. That's all I had. And I asked him, "What do you think about that?" And I looked up and he was crying. And he said, "That'll do." And we wrote this whole song. It's just an amazing experience. It's called "You Don't Know What I Know." Just a blue-eyed kid with sun-bleached hair, washing dishes at Camp Shangri-La, bumping a beat-up bike down Lincoln Ave, clear root beer and neon. You see that Jersey girl smiling your way that you never noticed until tonight. You don't know it now, but take it from me, she's the love of your life. It's gonna be a long ride,
It's gonna be a high climb, high climb, high, high, high climb. But keep holding hands with the ones that you love. And when they reach out to help you climb up, grab a hold and don't let go. 'Cause you don't know what I know. 1982, you'll be in your navy dress blues, and she'll look so beautiful in white. But 3 days later, you're alone on the road, headed towards your new life, filled with sleepless nights and helicopter blades, learning how to be a man, saved from harm by fate's gentle nudge. But in that moment, your friends are gone. It's gonna be a long ride, long ride, long, long, long ride. It's gonna be a high climb, high climb, high, high, high climb. But keep holding hands with the ones that you love. And when they reach out to help you climb up, grab a hold and don't let go. 'Cause you don't know, you don't know how many times you will climb a mountain and see the world fresh on the other side. How many streams you will cross together and see your reflections going by. How many flowers are waiting for you now in the cool, clean alpine air. How many lives will be made bright just because you were there. It's gonna be a long ride, long ride, long, long, long ride. It's gonna be a high climb, high climb, high, high, high climb. But keep holding hands with the ones that you love. And when they reach out to help you climb up, grab a hold and don't let go. 'Cause you don't know what I know. You don't know what I know.
I'm going slightly over the time, but I forgot. I promised my mom I would do this song, and it's her birthday today, so I have to do this song. What? Sounds great, but I'm gonna do this one and one more. You okay?
Yes.
Good. Okay. You guys doing okay out there? This is her favorite song.
When all the world is a hopeless jungle and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic lane. When all the clouds darken up the sky, there's a rainbow highway to be found, leading from your window pane to a place beyond the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream, they really do come true. Come on. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops way above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then oh why can't I? If happy little birds fly beyond the rainbow, why oh why can't I? All right, everybody. We've come to the end of our time together. Thank you so much for being here and being so great. Can you give it up for Frank for putting this on again? Come on. And Dave and everybody, my God. And give it up for Dave. Come on, yeah. And Josh. Give it up for Josh. Hannah on sound. I don't know where you are, Hannah, but wherever you are, thank you so much. Also, I love the church ladies. One more clap. Let's give it up for the church ladies. They got the biggest clap. But thank you guys so much. I'm Sam Robbins. Thank you again for being here. If you want to, in the little break room. What? You're welcome. Well, thank you. How polite. I'll be over there in the little break room if you want to say hi after. I have an email list sign up, which I'm going to be playing in New England a lot more often now. So if you sign up for my email list, I send out a monthly newsletter, and then you get notified whenever I'm in your area. I would love to come back and see you here. Yes. Oh my God, this is an amazing place. And I have CDs, I have vinyl, I have USBs that you can stick in your car that have all my albums, including the Holiday Duets album with my fiance.
I have T-shirts that say maybe it's all bullshit. Also T-shirts that just say my name in a cool design. I have, I guess that's all I have. If you sign up for the email list, though, you will get a free maybe it's all bullshit koozie. So how can you say no? And one last thing, sorry. I have a Patreon sign-up code. If you know what Patreon is, it's like a monthly sort of membership thing, and I do guitar workshops and songwriting workshops online. If you sign up for the Patreon, at the table you can scan the code. You can take anything you want in the merch table. This is my cowboy song. It's called Ride With Me. And make sure you get Still Rivers CD, by the way. Come on.
I've been chasing down the highways, watching the world fly by, seeing my life drip down the windshield, waiting on the right sunrise. Then you walked in, the colors all changed, paintings just jumped off the wall. You showed me the lights instead of the shadows, but I still can't see them all. Yeah, won't you ride with me, ride with me all night long? Won't you ride with me, ride with me, ride with me all night long? Now it's a tear at a setting sun, off the coast of Georgia, not just a stop in the road. It's a wish on the neon of the Nashville skyline, shining young while we're getting old. Yeah, won't you ride with me, ride with me, ride with me all night long? Won't you ride with me, ride with me, ride with me all night long? Did you see that falling star in the river? It lit up the winding road. I think I saw all of our dreams come true. Come on, take my hand, let's go.
All right, I know you know the part, okay? There's no hiding now, okay?
Why did won't you ride with me, ride with me all night long? Won't you ride with me, ride with me all night? Won't you ride with me, ride with me all night long? Won't you ride with me, ride with me all night long? Won't you ride with me all night long? Won't you ride with me all night long? Won't you ride with me all night long?
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks again to Frank for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Hey, folks, that's Sam Robbins right there.
Thank you guys.
And that's Still Rivers right over there. Thank you so much for being here. I invite you to go out, sign a bunch of mailing lists, buy some CDs. Thank you very, very much for being here. Fight the power, be kind to one another, and remember, you are loved. Thanks, everybody.